This is John, the Techie Car Guy, and today we're doing something very different. If you've watched our channel, you know that I do this more as a labor of love. Most of the videos that I do are passion projects. They're friends that have cars that let me take them out and drive them, and I share this passion with you, my viewers. Whether you're locally here in Tallahassee, Florida, or you're halfway across the world, I encourage you to watch and follow the Techie Car Guy. Today, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I'm a car guy just like everybody else, and I'm always chasing after good products to clean and detail my car. Now, I've played around with ceramic coatings over the last few years. Both of my cars, my BMW Z4 and my BMW E91 Touring, both have been completely ceramic coated, and I've been more or less happy from the standpoint of what you get with the product. There are a lot of other products on the market, but the reality is, as I've gotten a little bit older, I realize there are some health considerations with the ceramic coatings. The graphene that is in those products is actually kind of toxic, but that's a story for another day. That's not why I'm here. I've been looking for some all-natural products, and I think I might have found some stuff. I had a recommendation. I actually met the owner of a company here in Tallahassee at a local Cars and Coffee, probably almost 3 or 4 years ago. James Tincatella owns Odie's Oil, and they are a company that produces a line of non-toxic, solvent-free finishes, primarily for woodworkers, things like stains, waxes, oils, and cleaners. But as I got to talk to him, he had the same quest I did, but with woodworking, and wanted to find an all-natural product. And he couldn't really find anything that completed with, you know, the shellac and all the harsh chemicals that were in those. So he created his own. And as I've gotten to know James, we've had a number of good conversations. He's a great car guy, got a great collection. The bottom line is his products are dual use. And there's been some rumblings online about being able to use his wax, for example, as on a car, his cleaning products. And so I talked to him recently and he said, try it out. And so today we're going to do a little bit of an experiment, but it's also an opportunity for me to find a new product. If it works, great. James, again, is a good friend, and so he told me to be honest with him if I don't like the product, but it also has the potential to be an incredible game changer in the all-natural car products. And so I independently, I wanted to kind of do a deep dive, not deep dive, but I wanted to kind of experiment with it and see. It's time. We've been through pollen, love bugs here in North Florida, and it's time to clean up the Touring. I'm due for a new coating on the Touring. Ceramic coating does not last indefinitely, and so what I wanted to do is strip the old clear coat, not clear coat. I wanted to strip the old ceramic coating off the car, and there are a number of products on the market that will actually do that. Either some commercially available things that will actually, you know, strip off wax, ceramic coatings to get you back down to the finish. Then we're going to clay bar the finish, and then we'll apply a wax. I'm going to do half and half in this. I'm going to use one of the more commercially available, but I'm also going to use one of James's products as well, just to kind of do an A/B comparison. Now, there's tons of things on the market. You may get different results than I give. I'm not being paid to produce this video. Again, this is another one of the things that I do for myself and for my few viewers that I have. But I also want to share the potential for James and his company if these products are actually game changers, which I suspect they are. I played a little bit with them off camera, and I've been very pleased with the outcome. So let's jump into it, start washing the car, and we will see how things turn out. See you in a minute. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to mix up 2 buckets. One with Odie's Super Cleaning Concentrate, which I have been told can actually serve as a detergent, and I'm going to use but basically 2 tablespoons to about, not quite heaping tablespoons. You can kind of see that I feel like I'm on a cooking show, but just enough to kind of wet the bottle. I'll get a little bit more just for good measure, and that's going to go in the orange bucket. And then we've got another bucket, a little bit bigger, and size has nothing to do with it. We'll put roughly the same amount of water, and we're going to put in a surface cleansing wash by another brand. I will actually measure out the same amount. Just, you know, and see how it goes. And we're gonna do different parts of the car with each one. Before I get started, I kind of wanted to just show you the Touring. I mean, it's white, Alpine white BMW. You can kind of see, I mean, it's not overly dirty. I take pretty good care of my car. There's some spots, particularly on the hood, from sap and everything else. There are a few spots with some love bugs, although I did wash it off once before then. You know, it's not overly dirty, but there's some spots, particularly along the bottom and here in the corners. And we're gonna start washing this with the Odies. And the goal of this is to be a little bit stronger than regular to kind of take off the ceramic and everything else to get it clean, but also to kind of take away the wax and ceramic coating and everything that had been on this car. It was getting a little older. You guys can see that I'm using a different cleaning rag. I mean, these aren't anything special. I think I got these at the dollar store. Use them once or twice and then that's about it. But let's see how this does. I can already tell it smells very different. The commercially available stuff smells kind of like a chemical, whereas the Odies had nice citrus smell. Like I said, this car had probably almost been 2 years since I've done the ceramic. Well, I think we are done. I just need to dry things off and pull the car in for tonight. But the reality is, I think both products did a fairly good job, or a really good job, at taking off the residual ceramic coating that was on this car. And maybe I'm a little biased because I know the owner of the company, but I think the Odies, once I got the mixture down right, actually did a pretty good job. If not as good, maybe just slightly better. Tomorrow, we will do a clay bar of the car, and then we will put some finish on it, some wax. And I'm curious to kind of see how that goes. We'll put 2 different kinds of wax on the car, and we're gonna leave it for a month or so, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, let's get this thing dried off, pull it in the garage, and the next part of this video, we'll be doing a little bit of clay barring, and then we'll get into the waxing. So check back in a minute. Okay, so now we've finished clay barring the car, and we're going to jump into doing a good coat of wax on both sides. We'll mix it up a little bit. We'll use a commercially available one. I think I'm just going to do the hood with some regular carnauba wax, and then we'll do the other half with the Odie's wax. But I'm going to treat the whole car just because we stripped everything off. Wow, that looks great. I'm really pleased with the results. Today we did a A/B comparison between regular Brazilian carnauba wax and the Odie's wax, and I am extremely pleased with the results. We did half the hood with the carnauba wax, half with the Odie's, and then I went ahead, I was so pleased with the Odie's, I went ahead and did the whole car with it. I do want to see over the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, and we'll come back and we'll report in how, if any difference, between the carnauba wax and the Odie's, as you know, rain falls on it and different things. I want to see how the water beads. But like with any coating on a car, whether it's ceramic or wax, it will deteriorate over time. And so to see one that will last potentially longer than another, that's a game changer, for the lack of a better way of saying it. I was not unhappy with the ceramic coating that was on the car. I had had it on this car for almost 18 months. They recommend, at least what I've heard, is redoing your ceramic coating every year or so. If you do it yourself, it's not a difficult job. If you pay someone to do it, it can get kind of expensive. Some shops that have to do paint correction charge as much as $100 a panel. And a car like this, you know, has 10 or 11 panels. You can do the math. And so DIY, doing this kind of stuff yourself, can save you a lot of money, and it leaves money available to buy premium products. So, you know, ultimately, I don't know if I've changed anybody's mind. I don't know if, you know, this has convinced you to give Odie's a try. For me, it was kind of just fell into my lap. It was an opportunity to try something different. I have been reading a lot more on the ceramic coatings and the toxins that are actually in that. If you pay somebody to do it, then, you know, maybe you don't care. You should care about your auto detailer who does it, because what's it doing to him? Long term, doing 2, 3, 4 cars a day with this stuff. I was worried about doing what it's doing to me, and I've only done it, you know what, twice since I've owned this car. I bought it in 2018, and so I wanted to do something different. But overall, I am pleased. The cleaning product, the concentrate that Odie's makes, I am very pleased with that. It was able to get off of all the wax. I did have to go back and increase the amount used. I used probably 2.5, almost 3 ounces to 2.5 gallons of water, but it did actually, I think, a better job than the commercially available cleaner that is supposed to take off your wax and everything else, because on the right side, I did find what looked like some ceramic coating that was still on the car. But overall, I'm pleased with the products. Like I said, we're going to come back in a few months and see how this looks. But next, we're going to do the Z4. I'm that pleased with the product. I definitely want to strip off the ceramic of that. And I'm going to give it a week or two and see how it looks. And then we'll see about tackling the Z4 if it holds up. It's been kind of dry. There's no rain expected in the next 5 or 10 days. So it may take a little bit longer, but sun will do a number on wax as well. And so I want to see how the Odie's, but also the Brazilian carnauba wax holds up, because I haven't used regular carnauba wax probably in 4 or 5 years. I may have done this car when I first bought it, but then within 6 months to a year, I did the ceramic coating. So we'll see. But listen, I want to thank you all for sticking through this and watching it. I'm the Techie Car Guy, and I do encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you like this video. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and X. And if you like this touring, stay tuned for a very special feature that I'm getting ready to start filming on this car. Truthfully, that's why I wanted to get it cleaned up, so it would look even better on film. So follow us, subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Take care, everybody.